Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Appreciate you coming out. Happy Sunday to all of you. So yesterday morning, I was out with my brother John at Costco. I got a call. Previous customer said he bought a mower from me this past summer. It's not running. He said, I used the gas you told me to, the non-ethanol. I added oil. He says, maybe it's the air filter. You kids and cadets know it's hardly ever the air filter, but sometimes it is. It's so blocked up that'll snuff out the carb. So I told him I would look at it. He dropped it off when I was gone yesterday. He left his business card on it for me to call him back. So let's see what the deal is with this. Don't even know what year the recycler is. I do remember this machine. Just because the recoil plastics were all chewed up, this is one that got beat up pretty bad. I took it in probably from a junk dealer. So I put 2 new wheels on it. The stickers are still there, and I had put a new blade on this thing, sent it out the door 100%. 2018, by the way. I'm looking at the engine serial number. The model number of this Toro is 20377. Toro Court, beautiful Bloomington, Minnesota. Maven had done a video on this last summer. Who knows? So I know it's my unit. I got a fragile sticker on it, and I put a little Happy Chili Man sticker on it. First thing I noticed, the recoil's loose. 2 out of the 3 screws here are loose, so I don't know what the deal is. So let's crack into this thing. Another thing I noticed is the handle bolt here was changed. I would never have sent it out with a Mickey Mouse cure. It's supposed to have the big nut and bolt on it. So maybe it popped off, vibrated off. He didn't know where it went. Other thing I'm noticing is he's got the wheels pretty low to the ground. More than halfway down. This would be scalping highest positions back there. The Tommy Time paint job on the overhead valve survived. So let's move the farm animals off of this thing, see what the underside looks like. Check fuel. I got my turkey baster. Check oil. Just go through this thing, see why it's dead. Did his fuel get contaminated and there's water in the tank? We got to check it. Oh, wow. Okay. So he's gotten his money's worth out of this thing already. Pretty hacked up here. I don't know what he's cutting, but that's some pretty rough wear. Where it's curling over the edge of the blade. Little burr right there. So that's pretty rough on the blade. The lift is not sandblasted. It's just the leading edge has a lot of chewing going on. Same with this side right there. Okay, so he was cutting some heavy duty. This is Palmetto palmetto fronds. I recognize that. So he was really bushwhacking with this thing. Okay, let's go to work on the fluids. We'll do fuel right now. And then check oil. So who knows, maybe the recoil was lifting up enough where it wasn't catching the cup. Okay, so the lowest point's right there. That's what I'm aiming for. So he does have a full tank of gas here. He's got it right up to the tippy top. Wow. Okay. First pour. Look at all the garbage. How in the heck do you get that much debris in your gas? No water, but a ton of debris. There is a screen at the very bottom, right before it goes into the hose. Oh, my turkey baster just rotted in half, so I think I'm out of business with this. The gasoline finally took its toll. Maybe I can still get something. Yeah, I did, but it was kind of a mess. So I do see a couple of water droplets, not many. Just a tiny bit of water. Okay, so that wasn't much to look at besides the debris. We'll do some oil drilling here, see what kind of level we got. Oh boy. Okay. You must have stock and Castrol. We're way up here. That's a shitload of extra oil. That might be our killer. So I got to pour some oil off of this thing before we go any further. Way too much. Way too much. Okay, so what can I put that in? I can put it in this can. So he's probably the type of guy that thinks more oil is better, but that's actually not true. More oil is going to cause you problems because it's going to get high enough in the crankcase. It wants to go into the cylinder. Yeah, so we gotta get this thing back to normal. So I'm gonna give it a good pour and then check it again. Hope you guys had a good week last week, Christmas week. I'm enjoying my first Christmas off from the Brotherhood of the Brown. No 10 or 11 o'clock nights for me this year, which was nice. My first Christmas off because I would work like a dog to get all those packages delivered. And so this year I sat on my butt, slept in late, watch the birds fly by. I kind of like it. I like this retirement gig. So next week's New Year's. Wow, we're still, we're getting close. Maybe just a little pour, a little bit more, because I have the can here. Might as well do it now. That was pretty close. We got half a can here of excess oil. I'm thinking that's going to get us really close. Got some new neighbors a few houses down. He's got a pickup truck with straight pipes, so he's letting everybody in the neighborhood know he's coming and going. Kind of like a doorbell, welcome wagon. Still, but close enough. Okay, so you think we should take this off and just check the pawls since it's half off anyway? Let me get my DeWalt 8mm. Or was he messing with it? That one's loose too. That's kind of weird. Wouldn't you say? Hey. Okay. Oh, I remember this one now. New recoil too. Yeah, this thing had been a basket case. So new recoil, new blade, and new front tires, drive tires. So everything looks normal under here. Choke linkage is moving as it should. I don't see anything wrong there. Let's put this back down. We'll check the air filter and then start pulling on it. I got nitro nearby. Nitro. Okay, we're not lined up. There we go. Okay, so if I got to put this thing on my table here, I've got all my sockets ready. I'm trying to get prepared. Okay, sent it out with a new filter and it actually looks pretty good. A little bit of oil weeping here. And what's that? Gasoline. A little bit of gas. So let's just pull on this thing and see what it could be. Okay. Safety brake cable's got good action. No issue there. 1, 2, 3. Let me just reach down here and make sure the cable's pulling up enough on the linkage. So it started, it went on and off because I was moving the bail bar. I wanted to make sure that the cord wasn't, cable wasn't my issue. So it started, but it's running rough. So what I want to see if the automatic choke is working, if it's opening up the choke. So I need a clip for the bail bar because the automatic choke may be slow to react, and it's running rough until it heats up enough to put the choke full open. I want to see if that's my issue. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. Okay, I'm going to start it. Or it could be watery fuel. It just kicked itself off without warning. Okay, the choke is now full open. Because it is heated up. Choke went to full open. So we may be looking at a carb clean. Let me try it. Running terribly. I'm going to take the carburetor off. So let me get it up on my table. We'll zip zap it away. Hey. Okay, move the farm animals. The only thing I'm missing is my big flathead screwdriver, but it's close by. Okay, how can I do this? I can do it by backing the Toro onto my table. Something like that. And then put you guys here in the shade. So I'm going to blast through this. It's taken 20 minutes to diagnose it. So I'm just going to haul. Might move you something like that. So I can make tracks. Okay, I need a 7 and an 8. I have them right here. I got my needle nose for the hose. So maybe I'll come over here on this side. So this has got to come off. So yeah, it was running rough. Could be a plug. You would have that symptom too of rough running, choking, coughing. But since I saw the water droplets in the tank, I'm going to plow through with that hunch. Okay, so we have the needle nose right there. Something to pour all that fuel in. Okay, blast that off. Hose clamp, give the hose twist. Yeah, we'll wait till I get it up in the air and then separate it. I'm just checking my linkage. The thermostatic wafer is very hot. I put my finger on it. So that's giving me my full open choke. Yeah, that's pretty warm. I wouldn't leave my finger on there for very long. Okay, Z-bend on the choke first. Come on. Okay, now I can pull with all my shade tree mechanic strength. Okay, let me pour this out. See if I can see anything here. Could probably use this again if I don't see any water in here. Just filter it through an old t-shirt because there was debris. Okay, enough of that. Okay, I just got to get my big Stanley number 20 flathead. To get the bowl off. Okay, and I got very little air pressure on my air hose, so hopefully I don't need a lot of air pressure. Okay, twist, and just stick the screwdriver in to finish popping the bowl off. I just want to capture all this fuel here. Yeah, this debris, more debris. I don't see much water. So I think I need a little bit more air pressure. For now, I'll just pop the cartridge and look at it. Then I'll turn it on if I need to. Okay, it doesn't look bad. I don't see anything. Right off the bat. So let me Let me blast this with the little air pressure I have and then put it all back. So maybe it was borderline fuel, aged out fuel. Maybe when he said he got the fuel, it was this summer. That's what he's talking about. And not 2 days ago. You know what I mean? Okay, we're making tracks. Try to clean up some of this debris around the edge of the carb. Okay, so nothing popped out at me on the cartridge. So, who knows? I just popped the float off just to see if there was anything blocking the needle. Nothing's popping out at me. Just a slight bit of buildup here on the rubber needle, like white stuff, but I don't think that made a difference. It would have had to been fuel quality. I think it was getting fuel, just not good fuel. Okay, that seems to be working as it should. I'm just going to put it all back together. You guys seeing this? Okay, the screws with the big washer built in, that's what we need here. Okay, fish my choke. Yeah, the thermostatic wafer cooled down. It went all the way back. So we're going to have a closed choke at restart. It's probably 75 degrees here in Southwest Florida. Another nice day. Okay, so that's on. Everything's free and clear. Like I said, choke wafers in the closed position. I think I got pretty much the rest of the remaining fuel out of this. Okay, get my tank started on the tin. Bring my fuel line into the nipple, push that down, put the fuel line the rest of the way on, hose clampy. Now we're cooking with fire. Oh, here we go with the Mr. Muffler again. Two screws into the carb, 7s, then 8 for the other 2 sheet metals. If it still acts up, then it's got to be the plug. Let me grab some of my own fuel. Lawrence, I put a spout on it this time. Usually I don't, because I use a piece of plastic and just the black cap to keep moisture out. That's why I spill it all over the place, but I'm going to use a spout today. We'll see how it goes. So it's going good. Okay, we'll just put enough in to see if it starts, then I'll send it out with a full tank. What do you say, hey? Okay, so that's that. We can lower the table down. Just look at oil here. Yeah, we're not too far off. We'll see how it starts, and then I might drain a tab or a tad more. Okay, let's see. How bad could it be? Okay, I'll take that one. So, what would you say? Fuel? Put my own fuel in it. It was fine. Didn't really see any blockage in the jets. So I think it was that. There's a little pool of water there, which wouldn't amount to a fart in a snowstorm. So I think the fuel was just aged out. You know what I mean? If it had an abundance of water, it would have settled out in the last 10 minutes. It doesn't take it long to sink to the bottom, and I don't see anything other than that little trace right there dancing around. But a shitload of debris, though. There was a little debris down in the bowl. Found its way in somehow. Anywho, we're going to call this one done. I'm going to let the customer know he's ready to go. Send him home happy. Any questions, concerns, complaints, Tommy time at Yahoo. No clucking around. You guys have a good rest of your day. Adios, amigos. Tip your waitress and waitstaff.